Hey guys, a video on the Max 7 stocks, and I'll cover Oracle as well. First of all, let's look at Nvidia on the weekly. Yeah, really good. Okay, we talked a lot here about having to sweep these lows because I couldn't work with this price structure here. We did, and then we had a box here as well, and yeah, we're really moving very solidly to the upside now. At some point we will get a little bit of a correction, I think, if we look at here, for example, this red candle, or after this sequence, like a sideways consolidation. Okay, but it can also just go. We are now above all-time high almost. First of all, I think we will get it, maybe wick above it, maybe just break above it like Intel, but at some point I think we will get a correction. You don't have to sell if you have positions from here, but to buy I would just wait. Okay, of course, yeah, you never know, it can always just go. I also don't know this larger time frame scenario, how I'm gonna label it, because like I can take this as a 1 2 3 4 5 in here, 1 2 3 4 5, and then a correction, and then this again, 1 2 3 4 5 correction, and now then a third wave. It's difficult on charts that exist for so long already, so that's why I don't try to look at the really full history. I try to just focus on the local price action. To me, this was a clear 5-wave move together with then the Nasdaq and the S&P. It was clear that there was a chance, not a chance, but there was a higher probability to take this low. We did that, and now this on the lower time frames looks like it's gonna be a 5-wave move that is almost complete. After that, I am looking for a local correction. Okay, so then with that in mind, looking at the local time frame, this is what I'm talking about. Now 1 2, you can see 1 2 1 2, maybe another one, 3 4 5 4 5. So it's tricky to get the exact micro to the perfection. That's why I'm going conservative. Okay, just a single 1 2 here. This was your third wave, although you have a higher volume here, higher volume candle here. Your third wave should have the highest volume, so with respect to that, I'm gonna put the third wave here. Okay, then now a wave 4, and then a wave 5 still. So this was then an internal wave 4, and if you look at it on the 4-hourly, it's actually more clear. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, on the fifth wave we have then also bearish divergence and highest volume inside this whole move here, your third wave. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is then adjust these fips to here. A wave 4 tends to visit the first fib. Okay, invalidation is here at 618, and then also a wave 4 tends to test the previous lower degree wave 4, that is this range here. I'm gonna add the volume profile and then the point of control. So I think here 200 201 could be an area where this can go towards and then move up again. Okay, to make one more high, and after that looking for a larger correction. Okay, of course this can still go a little bit higher, maybe grab the liquidity above the all-time high and then go into that correction. I'm gonna have to adjust the fips then with it. Okay, but I think it's looking really clean. This is then what I meant. We had this target box below these lows here, taken from this A to the B wave. I'm gonna remove it now. I'm gonna remove this. This was a deeper potential correction, but that didn't happen. Gonna remove this, and really good. Okay, so around $200 is the first level. Then looking at Amazon, we did get to all-time highs here. Also, to me, this one was very clear, ignoring all the previous price action, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and then a very clear 3-wave move here. I was discussing when we were here the potential for more room to the downside if it wants to do something like this, like a WXY and extend the correction. But for that we had some local levels and point of controls and fibs that we were watching along the way. Our confidence did grow, to like push higher here and to break out, especially I think here. Once we got back above this point of control, I said okay, we can now attack this one, and we never lost this one again, kept pushing, and yeah, really good. Okay, so now here highest volume is here inside your third as well, inside the third of your third. Now bearish divergence here in this fifth wave, but I think here as well this is only the third wave. We have this 1-2 setup here, 1 2 3 4 5, now then another 4 and another 5 to test even more the all-time highs, before then doing a little bit of a correction, maybe to back test the all-time highs. Okay, so I'm gonna pull the fibs here correctly then for this wave 4, and here as well we have this point of control. I could draw a point of control of this range as well, but no need, it's going to be approximately the similar level. And then we also have the first fib at 247, so 247, 249 levels to watch. Of course this one also I need to adjust it depending on how high the price goes. And we really nailed this low pretty nicely, ABC, and then we talked about 1 2 3 4 5. We had a target box here as well. We had fibs taken from this low to this high, so Amazon has been really doing very good. We had this point of control here already when we were making videos here, then this one we broke it here, we back tested it, so I'm really happy with this one. Meta, also I was looking initially for this to be the correction, this to be a 1 2 3 4 5 as well, the last year's price action, not the last year's, 1 2 3 4 5 into then a 3-wave correction and finish it here, move up. But once we got this move down here, this was to me an indication, okay, it's gonna be something else. Then I think we added discount 1 2 3 4 5 in a larger 5-wave move, and then this being an A B C or a WXY, okay, with an overshoot here. I don't know if a WXY can have an overshoot. I think it can. Yeah, look. No, wait, X-Wave. Oh shit. Generally, your X-Wave does not overshoot. I don't know if it's allowed or not, actually. Does it really matter? No, it's really the labeling of the structure. Then we could also still put this here, put this here, put this here. That's, I mean, maybe it fits better because in a WXY you can't have a overshoot, and it has to be a WXY if you finish it here because this is a 3-wave move, not a 5-wave move. In an ABC, you want a 5-wave move in wave C. We don't have that here, so if I'm really trying to make it perfect, then we have to put it maybe best like this. Still finish then this here, because also this looks like a 5-wave move here. In a wave B or in a wave X, you can't have a 5-wave move, so looks better like this. And then here ABC in a wave W, ABC in a wave X, and then ABC in a wave Y, with then this pin count which I had there for a potential 5-wave move down, but we didn't get it. In your wave Y, A, B, and then 1 2 3 4 5, you can force a 5-wave move in here. Okay, we did then had this target box taken from the W to the X wave, so that's what I mean. Doesn't really matter how you label it. Ultimately, we had this box here. We had confirmation to me here that we're gonna probably lose this trend line, and once we did lose it, we had to look for a support box or a target box to the downside, which I then took from this and this, and we've landed on it together with this point of control, showing a reaction. Now we had the 618 here to invalidate a potential 1 2 3 4 5 to the downside. We have done that. We had some fibs, we had this point of control, but never really tested it. And then this drawing is what I'm trying to get to now. We need one more high here locally, okay, in what could be a 1 2 3 4 5-wave move to the upside. Also then back above this point of above this trend line. Also then a potential inverse head and shoulders here. Okay, we could make that with this 5th wave, maybe break that even, or maybe just test the neckline with the 5th wave, then move down in a larger 1-2 setup. or just break above it, or like maybe struggle first and then break above it, but all in this fifth wave, then go back down in a 1-2 setup together with this head and shoulders, and then go up from there. Okay, nice drawing. But I mean, it's looking good. Okay, Fips for this wave 2, wave 4 should be pulled like this, and you can see we have respected the first Fib. Then now trying to get to make a new high here. Google, very similar, looking for a 5-wave move that is about to be completed. We have a fifth wave here with bearish divergence here, so this one is, I think, also like Nvidia and like Amazon, ready or about to be ready to make a 5-wave move complete. Of course, this can stretch higher here locally, maybe test the liquidity here at the all-time high, but then ultimately we're gonna move into these Fibs. Obviously, if it moves higher, I'm gonna adjust these Fibs with it. I had this green line here to indicate that, look, if this goes lower here before moving up, we can extend this fourth wave, but that didn't happen. We have taken the high, and yeah, I'm very curious what the S&P will do once these start to correct, because these stocks, this tech sector has been really good the past few days. But of course, it's not only them that cover the S&P. I expect if they can consolidate and correct here slightly without crashing, it's gonna be good for the other sectors and the other stocks. Okay. While we're at it, we can also maybe look at the Nasdaq. We had this target box here, similar to Nvidia, talked about this being too low, this being too low to work with, okay, to the upside. So ideally we took then this low, and once we had rejection here, especially, I think we talked about this box here with the point of control here of this previous range. We got there, and now, yeah, vertically to the upside, and then here similar to the S&P, 1 2 1 2 3 4 5, and then maybe another 4 5 here that's about to come before we do a bit of a correction, maybe to backtest this previous, yeah, all-time high. Okay, Microsoft was a struggle, was a real struggle to get it, because this one had been the most difficult one as well. If you look at the videos, if you look back at the videos, really whatever box we made, it all failed. Okay, still not sure how to label this. Could be ABC in a wave A, then ABC in a wave B, or like ABC in a wave B, and then 1 2 3 4 5. Maybe that looks the best instead of a WXY, because in your wave Y, the 3-wave move here is a bit weird. The C wave is too short, so I'm gonna ABC B 1 2 3 4 5 in a wave C. Okay, and then now, yeah, we are getting back above this trend line. The reaction has been good. We can see a clear 1 2 3 4, and about to be a fifth wave here as well. This is, to me, an overshoot inside this wave 4 ABC. Okay, so still looking for this high to be taken on Microsoft. I had these Fibs here as resistance, but I'm gonna remove them because I think the bulls are in control. We respected here, as you can see, the first Fib perfectly, and then I'm just gonna label it here. So one more high here. This one is more clear than Nvidia and Google, for example, that we need one more high here, because this is a bit too short for it to be the fifth wave. I consider it part of this wave 4. Okay. Oh, I'm tired. I had to help my cousin with his renovation work, so I'm kind of dazed. I only slept like 6 hours, and I had to work the whole week. So, yeah, Tesla, I'm gonna skip. Okay, I never really covered this one. Last time out, we took Fibs from this low to this high, indicating that, look, if we compare this move with the other stocks from the April lows of last year to, yeah, the highs of November, December, we could maybe force a 5-wave move in here. Then I pulled the Fibs, point of control of this range. Now it's just in the middle somewhere, trying to move up again. So I'm just gonna leave it with that. Okay, to the downside, we have the golden ratio, we have the 0.5 Fib, we have the point of control here at $300 to $330, and then above this we have this cluster here. Once we break it, we will move higher here I think, more rapidly. Let's see. Okay, they had earnings, didn't really look into it, but yeah, projections here for June, 24 billion coming from 22 billion, so that's 10% year-on-year growth, which is good. Instead of focusing too much on the cars, they are now focusing on the electricity providing of those Teslas, because the grid is, they have a very massive grid, okay, and that's delivering just money for free once it is built. They are also focusing on robots, and yeah, we'll see about SpaceX, and that's it. Apple has been different comparing to the rest. You can see that here from the April lows, a 1, 2, 3. We never had a 4 and a 5, so that's why I'm considering this to be a wave 4 still. Talked about the triangle, still is valid. We didn't take this B wave high. Of course, I need to do it like this now. Okay, so maybe we're gonna get one more E wave here. Just a slight move to the downside maybe, and then I expect this one to push while the other ones do correct, maybe, potentially. Okay, and if we do go more directly to the upside, taking this B wave at 281 is the invalidation for a triangle, then we'll have to label this an ABC or a WXY that finishes here, which I'm not really a fan of because the C wave is a bit too short comparing to the A wave. Happens. Okay, the B wave is also pretty high, so it can happen. A, B, C, maybe like WX and then ABC wave Y, so makes sense. Okay, then I'll change the labeling into WXY here. So to the downside now for wave E, if we get it, I'll just add some fips here, and maybe I'll just toggle on the 0.5 to 0.618. So at 260, around 260 is an area where we could maybe bounce from and break out if this is not gonna go directly. Okay, and then a new volume profile with the point of control here. Maybe it was already there, I already forgot, but we're below it now, so stay below it and we can focus on this support box here. Okay, gonna remove all of this for now, and then yeah, as you can see, 1, an extended wave 2, 3, an extended wave 4, 5, and then into a larger correction, maybe to backtest, yeah, again this range. Okay, oh man, I'm really tired. I think you can hear it as well. The rest of the videos will be for tomorrow. And then Oracle, we covered with CoreWeave. We struggled here as well, finding what this exactly is going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a bearish scenario, but I think I was a bit afraid about the AI stuff as well when I initially thought about that. But for now, yeah, AI is looking like it's not going anywhere. Profits are climbing or over the sector, and they are building, similar to CoreWeave, a lot of infrastructure which costs money. Once that is over, their profit will increase, their debt will reduce, and it will be all right, I think. ABC and a W, ABC and an X, ABC and a wave 5. Okay, and from there then, yeah, I think this is a wave 1 complete. Now wave 2 unfolding. That's why we have the fips here. Golden ratio is here 153 with 159 here. Doesn't have to go there, but could go there. Okay, and then ultimately we want to take this point of control and move up in a third wave. Once I have a confirmed bottom, I can add a target box for wave 3. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.